Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be continuing the series that I'm doing every Monday on labor and delivery. So today we're going to be talking about the things they do not tell you about birth. Yes. A lot of people make it seem like it's all fun and games, glamorous, or they just leave out all these things. You know, it's like I had contractions, I gave birth, the end. So the first thing I want to talk about is that when you're close to the end and you're having those intense contractions, it feels like you're going to do number 2. Like, I am so serious. It feels like that. It is so intense back there. Oh my goodness. Another thing they don't tell you about is how your mucus plug looks. Your mucus plug does not necessarily mean that you're going to go into labor right then and there. You can go into labor within a couple hours or a week. For me, it was a couple hours. It wasn't even an hour. Like, right after my mucus plug came out, like, I started having consistent contractions, and it's like, it kind of looks like bloody mucus, like thick gel like bloody mucus. And then your bloody show kind of looks the same, except it's not, and like, I don't know how to explain it. It's not like clumps or pieces, like it's just blood or mucus everywhere. And to go off of that, another thing they don't tell you is that throwing up, the sensation of having to throw up and throwing up is very normal and means you're in transition. For me, I threw up and then I discovered that I had a whole bunch of bloody show, and I was scared out of my mind. Bloody show is natural. It just means that your cervix is dilating and that you're really phased, which is something I didn't know. I was just scared. I was like, blood, oh my God, something is happening. Another thing they don't tell you is the car ride to the hospital is horrible, especially when your contractions are so intense. Like, make sure your hospital is like close to you, because it is horrible. Like, I mean, my husband was speeding, but every time you have a contraction, like, you can't get comfortable, you can't work through the contractions as well as if you were standing up and laboring that way. Another thing they don't tell you is, but I guess you probably know, is there is so much blood. Like, so much blood once you give birth. Like, the room looked like a murder scene. Like, it was a lot of blood. Another thing is the ring of fire. I didn't know about the ring of fire until I started listening to birth podcasts, and it is intense. It's just, at least for me, I just felt my skin just stretching and being pulled, and it was horrible. That was probably the most painful part of giving birth to me, at least. And you can tear. You most likely will tear. And you get stitches, and afterwards, for me, I got a 2nd degree tear, 2 places, so I got, I don't know, 5 stitches or more, and like that area that was like stitched up, like I can feel like it's a bump. It's not like, you know, like nicely stitched up, like there's a big bump. And also when they stitch you, sometimes the skin doesn't heal as well, and it can like detach and become kind of like a skin tag, which is something I didn't know. When you're pushing, this goes back to the very first thing I said. When you're pushing, it feels like you're gonna pass a bowel movement. Like, legitly feels like you're gonna pass a bowel movement. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, we're just gonna leave that there. And then the next few things are not so much about labor, but afterwards, they don't tell you that you should put your baby on your breast as much as possible. Your baby is crying, put your baby on your breast. the more you put your baby on the breast, the more milk you're going to produce. It's going to tell your body that your baby needs this much milk, and your body will produce that when your milk comes in. And when you're breastfeeding, your uterus is contracting. It helps your uterus contract, and you feel like period cramps basically every time you breastfeed for the first few days. No lie. No one told me that at all. And the first night is a nightmare because you only have colostrum. When you first give birth, you don't have actual breast milk, so the baby is hungry, and colostrum comes in small portions out of your breast, so the baby is still hungry. So that whole night they want to cluster feed, and they're crying and crying and crying and crying. Like, it was a nightmare. Like, we probably got like 15 minutes of sleep the whole night. It was horrible. Well guys, that is all I have for this video. Sorry I'm playing with my hair. It's really hot in here. So sorry. But thank you guys for watching so much. Please comment down below if there's anything you want to add that people did not tell you about labor and postpartum. So please comment down below. I would love to hear what you have to say. Please give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe. And make sure to click the bell notification so you can get more notifications when I upload. And yeah guys, tell me any video ideas you want to see. I hope to start vlogging soon. I know I said that in my previous video. But yeah, I'll see you next week.